Well, the draft is officially over and it is time to kick off a new season. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the throwback episode. Welcome to Raw is War. Thank you all so much for joining me. We have a great show ahead of us here tonight. As I said, we got a great show ahead of us here tonight. We got some announcements to make. Stone Cold Steve Austin, the new general manager of Monday Night Raw, is in the building, and he's going to kick off the show. And not only that, the new head of talent relations for the women's division, Stephanie McMahon, makes her long-awaited return to the WWE. And that's going to be right here tonight as well, ladies and gentlemen. But also, the Heartbreak Kid made his presence felt last week during the draft when he got in the face of the icon stand, and he's got something to say here tonight as well. And in the main event of the evening, a blockbuster Intercontinental Championship match, Randy Orton defends against Raw's newest star, Shelton Benjamin. It's a great show that we got scheduled for here tonight. I'm glad you guys are here with me live from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We're going to kick things off, like I said, with the new general manager of Monday Night Raw. The Rattlesnake is in the building. There's a new sheriff in town. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for stopping in today for Monday Night Raw. As Stone Cold Steve Austin makes his way to the ring. It was announced last week at the end of the draft, at the end of night one of the draft, that Stone Cold Steve Austin was your new general manager of Monday Night Raw, and he ended the show just like we'd expect him to end the show, by giving a Stone Cold Stunner not only to Eric Bischoff, but also to the man who hired him, Mr. McMahon. It was the first time that we had seen Stone Cold Steve Austin in a WWE ring since WrestleMania 20 when he was retired by The Rock, who was also out on injured leave. He's a member of Friday Night Smackdown, but Stone Cold returned last week on Raw, and he wanted to kick off the show because he has got a couple of announcements, and I can't wait for it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure you can't wait as well. Stone Cold Steve Austin is in the building, and these fans absolutely love it. They miss Stone Cold Steve Austin. I missed him as well. I think you all did too. Let's see what he's got to say. A typical Stone Cold Steve Austin, always getting a reaction out of these fans. That's correct. Stone Cold went out on his back against one of his greatest rivals in WWE. Nobody better. The People's Champion, The Rock. These fans, although they're not happy about it, it is what happens. Stone Cold has retired from in-ring competition. The retired life did not last long for Stone Cold Steve Austin. Vince McMahon called him up, asking him to be the new general manager of Raw, and that's what brings us here to tonight. Absolutely love it, ladies and gentlemen. These fans are about to blow the roof off this building, and and the roof came back down because one of the former World Heavyweight Champions has interrupted the general manager, Triple H, and these fans are not liking this one bit. Of course, it was Triple H who last week attacked Randy Orton and took him out with a sledgehammer, and it followed it up with a pedigree on the stage. Triple H has vowed to take out Randy Orton, and he did just that last week on Raw, ladies and gentlemen. Randy Orton was hurt. Randy Orton was laid out at the hands of that man that you see on your screen right there, Triple H. He said he is not done chasing the World Heavyweight Championship, but he wanted to take Randy Orton out first, and I think he sent a message last week on Raw. Triple H interrupts the general manager. Let's see what he's got to say to Stone Cold Steve Austin here. These fans not liking this at all. Triple H and Stone Cold staring down in the ring. And Triple H not being very welcoming to the new general manager. I mean, Stone Cold Steve Austin is the boss here. Triple H. He wants him to put him in the World Heavyweight Championship match with Bad Blood. What? Well, we already know last week on Raw, CM Punk invoked his rematch clause for the world title at Bad Blood. And wait a minute, now the Intercontinental Champion, Randy Orton, not going to let Triple H get too many words out. Now Randy Orton's at the top of the stage. Randy Orton, this thing between you and I is not far from over. If I can stop till I take everything away from you. That includes the World Heavyweight Championship. Randy Orton knows that's what means the most to Triple H. It certainly is an evolution. Stone Cold Steve Austin, he's not gonna listen to this much longer. Stone Cold Steve Austin, he's here to run the show. And he says neither of you get a world title match at Bad Blood. And just like that, yeah, CM Punk, he cashed in his rematch clause. But he is making a #1 contenders match at Bad Blood for the world title. And whoever wins will face the winner of Edge versus Punk at the next pay-per-view. Wow, what a match, ladies and gentlemen. 2 announcements made for Bad Blood. 2 announcements made for Bad Blood. Edge versus CM Punk is official for the World Heavyweight Championship. And also, Triple H will take on Randy Orton in a #1 contenders match. What a way to kick off the show. What an announcement by the new general manager, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Not wasting any time, getting down to business here. And who can blame him? He's going to run the show the right way. But Randy Orton, he's focused on Triple H, but he's got to focus on his match here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He's got an Intercontinental Championship match, but what an announcement made by the new general manager. And Austin backstage and getting cut off. Who the? Oh, beer money. Bobby Roode and James Storm cutting off Stone Cold Steve Austin in the backstage area. Of course, beer money's attacked DX the past couple weeks. Started at Backlash. And Stone Cold Steve Austin, he's not taking too kindly to that. They're the reason why his tag team champs aren't even here tonight. Man, Stone Cold's not taking anybody's crap. On beer money, we already knew that's what they wanted. They want a shot at the tag titles, but they haven't done anything to deserve it. They haven't earned their shot. And Stone Cold gonna put them in their place. Although he does appreciate their gall for what they've been doing, making a name for themselves from their first night. Says you're not the #1 contenders, but I'm going to give you the opportunity to become #1 contenders. Wow, Stone Cold Steve Austin. He's going to give beer money the chance to become the #1 contenders for the tag titles. All they got to do is win every tag team match heading up to Bad Blood. But whatever team beats them, they're going to be the new #1 contenders for the tag titles. And their first matches tonight. What an announcement by Stone Cold Steve Austin, ladies and gentlemen. Beer money. They didn't get their tag title shot, but they are getting the chance to become #1 contenders. So they might get that title shot. And Stone Cold Steve Austin, the new general manager, is not wasting any time with these big ticket announcements, ladies and gentlemen. Beer money is going to be in action here tonight, but we're going to kick off the show with the man beast, Rhino, one of the first set of people to get traded to Monday Night Raw from Friday Night SmackDown. His first night, he challenged Randy Orton for the Intercontinental Championship, and now he's in some singles action here tonight. And ladies and gentlemen, it's been 100 miles an hour, and we haven't even had our first match yet. I want to thank you all for stopping by. I hope you guys enjoy the show as Raw is going old school here tonight. We have a great schedule ahead of us, and we got a great match coming your way right here right now. And Rhino's opponent is the man that defeated Jeff Hardy at Backlash, Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner was successful at Backlash, and he's in some one-on-one action here tonight. And I spoke to Scott Steiner backstage earlier before the show started, and Scott Steiner said, "Watch close what I do in this match against Rhino here tonight, and you do not want to miss my announcement after the match." So Scott Steiner, he appears to have some sort of chip on his shoulder. And he's got a big announcement for after the match, and I'm curious as to what that is. But ladies and gentlemen, we're about to kick off with some singles action. As we get set for our first match of the evening, Rhino versus Scott Steiner. There's the bell. This match is underway. Two former SmackDown superstars, and look at Rhino. I'm guessing Rhino heard what Steiner said, and he's going to take exception to that. Rhino's not going to waste any time. This is the kind of offense that we can expect by Rhino. One thing about Rhino, he's a big guy, but he doesn't waste any time, and he's not slow by any stretch of the imagination. He'll take it to his opponents quick. But Scott Steiner fighting from the ground up. Chops there, some right hand. Scott Steiner getting back into this contest, sends him into the corner. Scott Steiner, massive clothesline. And just like that, Scott Steiner's taken over already. Tide has turned. You could just see the aggression on the part of Scott Steiner here. And Scott Steiner now, wait a minute, we've seen this before. Pumps it up in a massive elbow drop into the cover. Not hooking the leg, could get a quick victory there, but no, a kick out at one by Rhino. Is way too early in the match for that. Scott Steiner's going to continue the pressure here. Look at the power of Scott Steiner, able to pick up Rhino with ease and drops him on the knee. Mickie James is also in action here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. She's got something to prove. There's a lot going on Monday Night Raw. Post-draft, and you expect nothing less than Scott Steiner just tossing Rhino around here. And although he's got a chip on his shoulder, Scott Steiner's ever the confident one. And who can blame him after that victory over Jeff Hardy at Backlash? That was a big victory for Scott Steiner. And Rhino just shoves Scott Steiner to the ground. Did not see that one coming. And Rhino now, some left hand, some massive right hand to back elbow. Rhino is taking it to Steiner here. And he picks him up. Look at this. Slams him down into the canvas. Scott Steiner could be in trouble here. Steiner could very well be in trouble as long as Rhino keeps the pressure on him. Sends him off the ropes and a massive power slam. Follows it up with the cover. Hooks the leg. Does that put him away here? No, a kick out at 2. A kick out by Scott Steiner at 2. It wasn't enough to put him away, and Rhino's going to keep the pressure on, and that's what he's got to do here. Picks him up. Ooh! Massive right hand there by the man beast. And you'd have to imagine whoever gets the victory here could really put themselves in a perfect position for a future title opportunity. Whether it's the Intercontinental Championship or the World Championship, that's a whole nother story, but and that's what the draft's all about, people. Every match that you have after the draft, it means so much. As Scott Steiner sends him off the rope. Rhino ran right through the clothesline, and Rhino just sent him flying across the ring. Forgive me, I lost my train of thought there. Rhino just sent Steiner flying across the ring. That could put him away, but Scott Steiner with a kick out. Did you see how Rhino just ran through Scott Steiner's clothesline? Scott Steiner's not a small guy. Rhino just ran right through his clothesline. And instead of flying across the ring, and Rhino, I think Scott Steiner was looking for possibly the Steiner screwdriver, but Rhino just tossed him over his shoulder, and now here comes a man beast getting back into the contest once again, keeping the pressure on it. Look at the power of Rhino. Rhino's feeling it here, ladies and gentlemen. Rhino was feeling it Scott Steiner is dazed. Scott Steiner is confused in a massive spine buster. That signature spine buster, that could be it. Into the cover, hooks the leg, count of 2, count of 3, no, a kick out at 2.5 by Scott Steiner. Man, Rhino just took it right to Steiner there. Now Rhino is measuring him for the gore. Rhino measuring his man. Steiner's in big trouble here. Is he gonna hit it? Rhino with the gore. No, Steiner. Steiner moved out of the way at the last second. Steiner moved out the way. And talk about the power game. Talk about the power of Scott Steiner. Shoulder pressing Rhino over his shoulders. And then dropping him face first into the canvas. Scott Steiner has Rhino right where he wants him. And follows it up with a Steiner screwdriver. A Steiner screwdriver to Rhino. The same move that won him his match against Jeff Hardy at Backlash. And now Scott Steiner dragging him to the center of the ring. Is he going to go for the cover? Oh no, I think Steiner wants to make him tap out. He wants to make him tap out. He's got the Steiner recliner locked in. Rhino's in deep trouble here. Rhino, he's going to have to fight out or tap out here. Scott Steiner has him center of the ring. Rhino nowhere to go, and Rhino's got to tap out. Wow. What a victory for Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner with a massive victory, and it looks like he's got something to say. What? You've got to be kidding me. Scott Steiner's lost his mind. Scott Steiner said he had a big announcement after this match, and we just found out what it was. Scott Steiner, he's calling out Goldberg. He wants a match with Goldberg. Are you kidding me? Well, a couple of massive announcements made for next week's Raw. Ladies and gentlemen, Bobby Lashley, he's going to get the opportunity to prove himself to Raw's General Manager Stone Cold Steve Austin. And not only that, Dustin Rhodes is going to defend the European Championship against the returning William Regal next week right here on Raw. Two massive... Hold on a second. Cut off by the pyro of Shawn Michaels, but two massive announcements made for next week on Raw. Bobby Lashley's in action, and Dustin Rhodes defends the European Championship against William Regal. I cannot wait. I'm sure you guys can as well. But ladies and gentlemen, now we have a massive announcement from the returning Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, has returned to Monday nights. He took a stint over on SmackDown, had some fantastic matches with AJ Styles, and now he is back on Raw, and he has got something to say. The fans loving Shawn Michaels here. But before he gets into the main reason why he's here tonight, let's apologize to us and AJ. Is it because of AJ Styles? His legacy has grown that much more. Wow, sign of respect to AJ Styles. After months and months of attacks and matches, Shawn Michaels showing respect to AJ Styles. I love to see it. Been in WWE a long time. He's rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, including Hulk Hogan and The Rock. But they always had his profound respect for putting their companies on their backs and carrying it, just like Michaels did. It is true. It is true. Steiner has come in. He took out Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania. He took out The Rock at Backlash. Shawn Michaels says he's not going to stand for it. Shawn Michaels says that if you try to force your will onto any more superstars here in the WWE, he'll be here waiting. Shawn Michaels is looking out for the WWE. He's standing up for himself. He's standing up for all the legends before him, the future legends. He's standing up for Monday Night Raw. Shawn Michaels, he says that he's not going to let Sting take over the WWE. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Oh, no. The Wolfpack. Oh, wait, up on the stage. Up on the stage. It's the icon. The leader of the Wolfpack. Sting. It's Shawn Michaels staring down once again. I don't think any words are necessary here. Sting is saying, Shawn Michaels, you don't have to worry about looking for me, because I'm watching you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Evolution, it appears that they're all on the same page, and Triple H confirmed it for us there. He just made it clear that he is not going to try to get Seth Rollins brought back to Monday Night Raw. Said that Rollins fit in with Evolution about as much as Mark Jindrak did. Obviously, if you catch your minds back, Mark Jindrak was supposed to be a part of Evolution before Batista joined the fray. He's kind of kicked to the curb by Triple H, and Batista would join in soon after. And Triple H says, us three, that's all we ever needed. Triple H, Batista, Ric Flair, that's all we ever needed. But I'm curious what this plan is that they're speaking of. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, Beer Money is making their in-ring debut here tonight. they're in some tag team action, and like Stone Cold said earlier in the night, if they win every match up until Bad Blood, they would be the #1 contenders for the tag team championships. But who's going to be their first set of opponents? Oh, okay. A newly drafted tag team to Raw, Rikishi and Scotty 2 Hotty. Together, they are known as Too Cool. That's going to be a tough first matchup for these two new people, new superstars here on Raw. Beer Money is taking on Too Cool. This ought to be a challenging one, ladies and gentlemen. Rikishi and Sky 2 Hotty, they were drafted to Monday Night Raw from Friday Night SmackDown. On night 2 of the draft, we have not seen much of them. Last time we saw Sky 2 Hotty and Rikishi, Brock Lesnar F5'd them both at the same time. We haven't seen much of them since, so they got a new lease on life, a new opportunity here over on Raw, and they don't want to waste it. Immediately thrown into the tag team title picture. All they got to do is win this match. That's all they got to do. But can they do it? I mean, Beer Money says they've shown an aggression. There's some sort of ruthless aggression about them since making their debut here in the WWE, immediately taking off the tag team champions. But let's see, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to find out. Sky 2 Hotty starts things off in the ring, and that's going to be Bobby Roode. Starts things off with James Storm is on the apron. There's the bell. This match is underway. Sky 2 Hotty, always a confident one here, and Bobby Roode, he's not going to let him do that. Bobby Roode's going to take the fight right to him. Going to try to make quick work. Too Cool here. A massive snap suplex. Laying out Sky 2 Hotty. Sets him off the ropes with a back elbow. Of course, we still have the Intercontinental Championship match later on tonight in the main event, but it's already been a hectic show, ladies and gentlemen. Some massive announcements made for the next week of Raw and for Bad Blood. Triple H versus Randy Orton in a #1 contenders match for the world title. Edge versus CM Punk for the World Heavyweight Championship. Man, some crazy announcements already as Bobby Roode talking some smack to Scotty 2 Hotty. Scotty 2 Hotty is at a massive disadvantage here. And although these are two newcomers, they have the aggression that Scotty 2 Hotty it doesn't seem to have. Rikishi did a while ago, long time ago, into the cover here. Does that do it? No, a kick out at 2 by Sky 2 Hotty. As I was saying, Rikishi had the aggressive side of him a long time ago. We have not seen it in quite some time. He's gonna have to tap into that if he wants to walk out #1 contender to the tag titles here tonight. Because right now, Sky 2 Hotty, he's just not showing the aggression of Sky 2 Hotty. Wait a minute, reverses the back suplex here. This is Sky 2 Hotty's opportunity. Look at Sky 2 Hotty. Look at Scotty with a massive kicks right to the forehead. Sky 2 Hotty realizing that he had to make the tag, runs over to Rikishi, and now business is picking up. James Storm is Rikishi. Rikishi says, try to take me down. James Storm trying to hype himself up because this is no easy feat. That's a massive man in front of you. It's James Storm with a clothesline. Rikishi doesn't move. He doesn't move it. James Storm looks for a second one, and he still doesn't move. And James Storm looks for a third one, and a Samoan drop by Rikishi. Just like that, the tide of the match has turned into the cover. Hooks the leg. Does that put him away already? No, a kick out by James Storm at 2. Rikishi with a massive size advantage. He's going to have to use that to his advantage. And he already has. Look at Rikishi now. Look at the shots by Rikishi. That's some great lineage. He's got 2 sons, twins, Jimmy and Jay. And although they're younger, they have expressed their interest. I talked to Rikishi earlier today. Wait a minute. Oh, big belly-to-belly suplex into the cover. Hooks the leg. Does that put James Storm away here? No, a kick out at 2. I spoke to Rikishi earlier today about his 2 sons. And he said, although they're very young, they've already taken a peak interest in what he does here in the WWE. They want to become They want to become WWE superstars so they can become tag team champions as Rikishi gets the tag. And look at this tag team prowess here. Assisted leg drop by Rikishi, and Scotty 2 Hotty is getting these fans behind him. As James Storm looked for that tag with Scotty 2 Hotty. Massive drop kick right to the side of the face. James Storm's in trouble. Beer Money might be in trouble here. Scotty 2 Hotty just has to keep the pressure on him, and he's doing that perfectly. Scotty 2 Hotty sends him into the turnbuckle. Full head of steam, that bulldog. That signature bulldog. Perfect maneuver there. Perfectly executed by Scotty 2 Hotty. And that usually sets him up because he sends him back into the corner here. Scotty 2 Hotty, he is looking for it, I believe. Ooh, big body splash into the corner. Down goes James Storm, and that's it. You know what he's looking for here? He's looking for the worm. Only he can do it, and he just landed it on James Storm. He may get it here. They might be going to Bad Blood to fight for the tag titles. Cover hooks the leg, but Bobby Roode broke it up immediately. Bobby Roode broke it up immediately, and Rikishi, he's not going to listen to that. Oh, Rikishi sent to fly to the outside of the ring. Rikishi not going to take too kindly to that. That was their opportunity to become #1 contenders, and Rikishi's going to make Bobby Roode pay for it as he sent him into the barricade and then into the steel steps. Oh my goodness. There's that aggression, that aggressive side of Rikishi that I said we needed to see if they wanted to become #1 contenders for the tag titles. Rikishi just brought it out of him. And now, Too Cool has the opportunity of a lifetime. The opportunity to become the #1 contenders for the tag team championships at Bad Blood. Scotty 2 Hotty tags in Rikishi. What the hell is this? Rikishi, top rope. You've got to be kidding me! A massive shoulder tackle from the nearly 500-pound Rikishi. Off the top rope. Rikishi now tags in Scotty 2 Hotty. And now they're going to look to put him away here. The assisted Rikishi driver to James Storm. Assisted Rikishi driver into the cover. Hooks the leg. Does that put him away here? No, a kick out at 2 by James Storm. Too Cool almost had the victory there. Too Cool almost had it. And he sent it back into the corner. Tags Rikishi back in. James Storm is in massive trouble here. Sends him off the ropes. Double shoulder tackle. James Storm is in massive trouble, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby Roode is still down on the outside of the ring. James Storm can't make a tag. And Rikishi with those massive right hands. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. James Storm, that's not where you want to be. Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Rikishi with a stink face on James Storm. Oh my God, I feel bad for James Storm. And now Rikishi. Rikishi's dragging James Storm back to the corner, looking to set him up for the rump shaker, looking to put James Storm away. You might want to move, and James Storm did move. James Storm rolls out of the ring. Rikishi didn't see it. James Storm super kick. Bobby Roode, Spine Buster! Bobby Roode came in from out of nowhere and hit him with a Spine Buster. Bobby Roode, realizing he's not the legal man, takes out Scotty 2 Hotty. What the hell is this? Rikishi is out. Bobby Roode is taking out Scotty 2 Hotty. No, 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 no. Oh my God, Roode DDT. That Roode DDT on the outside of the ring. It's exactly what he did to Billy Gunn at Backlash. And this is what James Storm did to Road Dogg. Massive finishing maneuver there by James Storm. Not sure what he calls it, but it certainly is effective. Cover, hooks the leg. Beer Money gets the first victory here on the road to Bad Blood. A massive first win for Beer Money. Too Cool almost had the victory here, but it wasn't meant to be. Beer Money just too much to handle. What the hell is James Storm signaling? James Storm signaling Bobby Roode to get something. What the hell is this about? Oh, come on, no. This isn't necessary. James Storm and Bobby Roode said they were going to make a statement here that they are not to be messed with, that they are future tag team champions, whether these fans want to see it or not. No, this isn't necessary. Come on, steel chair to Rikishi. This is absolutely ridiculous. Come on. And Bobby Roode wants to get it, his pound of flesh in. This is just an all-out assault, and this is ridiculous. Come on. Beer Money attacking Rikishi after the match. Completely unnecessary. Hell, wait a minute. Up on the stage. That's the Dudley Boys. They were drafted to Raw on night 1. Are we looking at Beer Money's next opponents? Beer Money squaring off with the Dudleys. I wonder what this means. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, we already have a massive announcement made for next week on Raw. First off, Dustin Rhodes will defend the European Championship against the debuting William Regal. And not only that, I just got word that it is official. Beer Money will face the Dudley Boys in the next round of the Tag Team Gauntlet. If they win their match, they will move on to becoming number 1 contenders for the tag titles. And also, Bobby Lashley will be in action. Stone Cold wants to scope him out to sign him for a possible contract, but will he do it? And ladies and gentlemen, still to come, there's your Intercontinental Champion getting set for his championship match here tonight, Randy Orton. Looking focused. He's looking ready. But is he ready for Shelton Benjamin? Randy Orton looks ready for the main event here tonight, and so does that man right there, Shelton Benjamin. Who's Kurt Angle? Those two did not part ways on the best of terms, but it looks like Kurt Angle it's still Shelton Benjamin's protege. He's still going to help him get ready for this big championship opportunity. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a hell of a night already, and now we got some women's action as Ivory awaits her opponent. Mickie James last week, on Friday Night Smackdown, she shoved Rhino, and Rhino was just trying to help her out, and she was asked why earlier today, and this is what she had to say. Mickie James, it appears that the draft has caused for a lot of men and women on Raw and SmackDown to have a chip on their shoulder, and it says the same thing for Mickie James here. She said that she feels like Chyna and Gail Kim have not been considering her a top contender for the women's title or an actual threat to Chyna's championship reign, and she's out to prove that she is not to be messed with. Let's see if she can do that here tonight as we got some women's action here. This match was set up by Stephanie McMahon, who is still set to make an announcement here tonight. Ivory was looking to get the early advance, but Mickie James, oh my goodness. Mickie James not wasting any time, ripping her by her hair for a second time, slamming her head first into the canvas, and Mickie James with the clothesline. Mickie James not wasting any time here. Sends her off the ropes, a massive drop kick to the knee, takes out Ivory. Mickie James, she wasn't kidding around. She's tired of being looked over, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her one bit. She came in as Trish Stratus, one of her henchwomen, if you will. And Trish Stratus just used her. And when oh my goodness, what a maneuver there for Mickie James diving off the apron. As I was saying, Trish Stratus used Mickie James for her own purposes, and when Trish Stratus was done with her, she turned her back on her. and then never treated Mickie James like she was on her level. Mickie James has proven that she is as Mickie goes into the cover here to put away Ivory, but no, a kick out at 2. Mickie James is set to prove a point. She's set to become women's champion, and some massive shots there by Mickie James. And now stopping the mud hole into Ivory. Mickie James is not playing around here. Comes up to the second rope. What's she looking for here? Massive body splash off the second rope. And now Mickie to the top rope now. Higher risk. Could be higher reward. No, Ivory moved out of the way. Ivory moved out of the way. She went to the well one too many times, and it cost her big there. As Ivory now, massive kicks in the corner. Looks for the third, but no, Mickie James moves out the way. And Mickie James hooks her up. Oh my goodness, a massive DDT there. A massive DDT by Mickie James as she sends her back into the corner. Hooks her up on the top rope, and Mickie James, oh wait a minute, what the hell, my goodness. Mickie James shoved Ivory off the top rope and sent her flying to the outside of the ring. Talk about ruthless aggression. Talking about proving a point. Mickie James taking out Ivory and now follows it up with an axe handle for good measure. I don't even know how Ivory's able to get back up to her feet. And nevertheless, she's in deep trouble here. Ivory, aside from stumbling to her feet, she's barely moved since taking that fall to the outside. She hit the massive DDT there. Mickie goes into the cover, hooks the leg. Does that put her away? No. No, it was a kick out. Mickie James really showing us something here that I don't think Ivory was ready for. And now Mickie James, look at this. Oh my goodness. Hangs her up on the top turnbuckle there. And Mickie James says, get up to your feet. I don't think Ivory's even, I don't think she's even, oh my God, I don't think Ivory's with it. She just got caught. She got caught with that Mick kick. That Mick kick, and now Mickie James looking for the final nail in the coffin. You know what's coming next. Mickie James, this is elementary. Mickie DDT. Mickie DDT. And the statement's been made. Mickie James gets a convincing victory here tonight on Raw as well, ladies and gentlemen. A massive victory there for Mickie James. Said she had a chip on her shoulder. She damn sure proved it here tonight. Hey, wait a minute. Through the crowd. No. Gail Kim. She's attacked Mickie James the last 2 weeks, and she's going to look to do it again. Mickie James. Look out, Mickie James. Oh, come on. Mickie James getting attacked by Gail Kim for the third night in a row. She attacked her on night 1 of the draft. She attacked her on night 2 of the draft. Now she's doing it again. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Mickie James getting assaulted at the hands of Gail Kim once again. What has gotten into this woman? And oh, wait a minute. And just like a SmackDown, the women's champion, here comes Chyna. Chyna not running down to the ring like she usually does, but she looks ready to fight nonetheless, and Gail Kim doesn't look like she's backing down this time around. But Chyna, she's not. I don't think Chyna's getting in the ring. Chyna got shoved last week by Mickie James. Wait a minute, I don't think she needs her. I don't think Mickie needs her because Mickie James back up to her feet. Mickie James. Mickie DDT to Gail Kim. Mickie DDT to Gail Kim. Mickie James gets payback on the former women's champion. And much like last week, a stare down between Chyna and Mickie James. Man, the women's division is on fire right now. My goodness. Oh, wait a minute. We knew she was going to be making her appearance here tonight. The head of talent relations for the women's division, Stephanie McMahon, is up on the stage, and what perfect timing. Mickie James and Chyna still staring a hole at each other, with Stephanie McMahon at the top of the stage. So let's get right down to business, shall we? It's her duty to do the right thing by the women on both Raw and SmackDown. She says it's going to start with a situation around the women's championship. I agree. Gail Kim had a rematch clause, and Mickie James, she earned a title opportunity when she defeated Trish Stratus. She's going to give Chyna the opportunity to answer some legitimacy. Everybody's listening except Gail Kim. I think Gail Kim's still knocked out. But nevertheless, what does she mean by this? We're going to have a little match at Bad Blood for the women's title. We're going to defend the women's championship against Gail Kim and Mickie James. Will it be a triple threat match? No. Stephanie McMahon says you're going to defend against one and then the other. And on SmackDown, Gail Kim's going to take on Mickie James, and the winner will determine who faces Chyna first. What an announcement, ladies and gentlemen. Chyna essentially is going to have to run a two-person gauntlet at Bad Blood, and on SmackDown, we're going to determine who will face Chyna first at Bad Blood. What an announcement by the head of talent relations for the women's division. But ladies and gentlemen, I can hardly believe it. Time has flown by. Coming up next, it's the Intercontinental Championship. It's on the line. Randy Orton takes on Shelton Benjamin, and that match is right now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a hectic night, and I can't believe that we are already saying this, but it is time for your main event of the evening. And you've heard me say this before, but this one is for all the marbles as the Intercontinental Champion, Randy Orton, makes his way to the ring. And there is fire in his eyes as he looks to keep that Intercontinental Championship around his waist, heading into Bad Blood when he faces his arch rival, the man that he's been looking to get his hands on for quite some time, the Game, the cerebral assassin, the King of Kings. He looks to get his hands on Triple H at Bad Blood, but the question is, will he be doing that as the Intercontinental Champion? We're about to find out, ladies and gentlemen. It is main event time. Who do you got for this match, Shelton Benjamin or Randy Orton? I cannot wait for this one. As we await Randy's opponent, and what the hell? That's Shelton Benjamin. Shelton Benjamin, he's been beaten to a bloody pulp backstage. What the hell is this? Stone Cold. What the hell happened to Shelton Benjamin? Last we saw him, he was getting ready for his match. And who's Austin talking to? Austin says, forget what you did. Get your ass to the ring right now. You're in the main event. Who the hell was he talking to? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. Well, isn't this just fitting? Earlier tonight, Triple H was talking about some plan, and now Batista, the Animal, has replaced Shelton Benjamin in the Intercontinental Championship match. You have got to be kidding me. Was this Triple H's elaborate plan? Did Batista attack Shelton Benjamin backstage? It sure looks that way to me. This is absolutely ridiculous. All night, all week, we've been told it's going to be Shelton Benjamin versus Randy Orton for the Intercontinental Championship. This is absolute garbage. This is not the match that we signed up for. But unfortunately, this is a match that we're going to get. Thanks, because this man that you see on your screens, Batista, I can only assume that it was Batista that attacked Shelton Benjamin and left him a bloody mess backstage. This is absolutely ridiculous. This man is an absolute piece of garbage. You've got to be kidding me. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to apologize for going off the rails like that, but this is just ridiculous. This is not the match that we signed up for. But Stone Cold Steve Austin, his first night as a general manager, he was put in a tight spot. He didn't have a main event, so he found the first person that he saw backstage, which just so happens to be Triple H's henchman, Batista. Just so happens to be Batista the backstage. And he says, congratulations, you're in the main event, get your ass to the ring. And because of that, Batista is fighting for the Intercontinental Championship. You've got to be kidding me. There's nothing we can do about it now. I just had to get that off my chest. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. We have to refocus. We got a main event to worry about. Randy Orton defends the Intercontinental Championship against that piece of garbage, Dave Batista. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Intercontinental Championship on the line. I can't believe this is the match that we're getting. But I'm going to have to believe it, because it's the match that we are getting. There's the bell. This match is underway, and look how confident Batista is. Look how confident the animal is. Yeah, you're real confident. You're real proud, you son of a bitch. I know you did it. And Randy Orton not going to let Batista, not going to let him stand for that. Randy Orton has prepared all night for Shelton Benjamin, but luckily he fought alongside Batista for quite some time, and he knows Batista. But the problem is, Batista, he knew this match was happening. I can only assume that he knew this was going to happen. So he prepared for Randy Orton. Randy Orton did not prepare for Batista. And Batista, with the early advantage here, beating the holy hell out of Randy Orton, sent him into the corner. Massive right hands there. You gotta be joking me. Oh, but Randy Orton's the best Intercontinental Champion that we've seen in quite some time. And that's for a goddamn good reason. Because it doesn't matter how tight the spot is that he's in, he always finds a way to come out of it on top. Just look what happened at WrestleMania. He took out Ric Flair and still defeated Seth Rollins to win back the Intercontinental title. But sometimes it's just too much. It's just too much, and Batista could be too much here. Massive elbow. Batista. Oh my God, come on. Spare me this garbage. Batista's punishing Orton here. And Batista, of course, he knows that Randy Orton and Triple H, they got a match in less than 3 weeks. They got a match at, oh my goodness, a Bad Blood with the World Heavyweight Championship opportunity on the line. So Batista, not only is he looking to take the Intercontinental title from Randy Orton, but he's also looking to wear Orton down before Orton has to then face a former world champion in Triple H. A perfectly laid plan by Evolution. I thought Evolution was on its last legs, but we see here that that's not the case. Evolution is as strong as it's ever been. And Batista's taking it to Randy Orton in this match. But this isn't a no disqualification match, so Batista's got to get him back in the ring. Referee's at a count of 5 here. Randy Orton's in trouble. Oh my goodness, but he does have a champion's advantage. But Batista, full control. And wait a minute, Batista, oh my God, spine first into the announce table. You've got to be kidding me. This is an absolute onslaught at the hands of Batista. Batista sends him back in the ring. He may have done enough already. Into the cover, hooks the leg. Does that do it? No, Orton's not going to give up that easy. And Batista, you know that, Batista. I don't know why you're getting all pissed off at the referee. You know Orton's not going to give up. When has he ever given up? And Orton fighting back, fighting from the ground up. Orton, just like he had to do when Seth Rollins took him out of commission. He came back. He returned at the Royal Rumble. and vowed that he wouldn't stop until Evolution has imploded. We thought that they had imploded when Seth Rollins got drafted to SmackDown. And Randy Orton, realizing that that's not the case, which means that his mission isn't over, and he knows that. And he's going to take the fight to Dave Batista. Sends him into the corner. And now Randy Orton on the top rope. We've seen this before. Looking for those mounted punches. He got 3 out, but Batista shoved him off. Batista's just too powerful. And not massive. Massive shoulder tackle there by Batista, taking out the champion. Batista's just too powerful. And look at the power game. Look at the power of Dave Batista. Takes Orton down. And, oh my goodness, massive kick right to the back. A massive kick to the back. And Batista sends him into the corner. And a massive clothesline to follow it up. And now Batista with mounted punches. Goodness gracious. Batista is beating the holy hell out of Randy Orton. And he may be looking for that Batista bomb early here, but Randy Orton saw it coming, and now Randy Orton is going to fire back here. Here comes the Intercontinental Champion. Massive power slam to Batista. And now Orton, we've seen this before as well, going to stomp every single limb of Batista to wear him down, and then going to follow it up with a kick right to the forehead. Kick right to the forehead. And now Randy Orton may very well have Batista right where he wants him here, but he's got to keep the pressure on. And here we go. Hands him up on the top rope, or that middle rope. We know what's coming next. Spike DDT. Spike DDT takes Batista down. And now Randy Orton into the cover. Could that do it to retain the Intercontinental title? No, a kick out of 2 by Batista. Batista, hate to say it, but he's not going to go down that easy. And now Randy Orton. Randy Orton's showing some power here. Massive neck breaker into the cover. Hooks a leg. Does that do it? No, kick out by 2 again. Randy Orton kind of in a bit of disbelief here. But he also has to know that it's going to take more than that to put Batista away. And I think that's why he's sending him to the outside of the ring, because he knows it's going to take more than that to put him away. And Randy Orton, wait a minute, top rope. Randy Orton's on the top rope. Batista's on the outside of the floor. Batista back up to his feet. Randy Orton, double axe handle from the top rope to the floor at ringside. And Randy Orton, knowing what's at stake here, tearing apart the announce table to inflict some damage on the animal. Referee's at a count of 3, and Batista fighting back, and oh my God, Randy Orton just bounced his head off the announce table by that right hand, that backhand by Batista. Referee count of 5. Batista back in the ring. Randy Orton back up to his feet. Wait a minute, RKO out of nowhere. But no, Batista's arm was underneath the rope, which means that he has to break up the pin. Batista in the best positioning, that had to have been it. Randy Orton drags him back into the center of the ring, into the cover, hooks the leg to retain the title, but too much time has passed. Batista had enough time to recover and enough time to kick out of the RKO, and now Randy Orton looking for it again. Randy Orton looking for another RKO, but Batista saw this one coming. This time he saw it coming, and now here comes the animal. Here comes the animal, ducks a clothesline, and a massive clothesline by Batista. Massive clothesline by Batista. As he measures Orton, Batista, spear to Orton, into the cover, hooks the leg to capture the Intercontinental title. Does that do it? No, Orton stays in the fight. Orton's not willing to quit here. Orton's not willing to quit, and he's looking for a Batista bomb. Batista gonna look for it for a second time, but Orton caught it for a second time, and Orton gonna tee off. He's teeing off on Batista here, and a massive clothesline takes him down. Massive clothesline takes down Batista, and Orton just firing off on Batista, and he clotheslines him back down to the outside of the ring. For the second time, Batista has fallen to the outside of the ring, and he hit pretty hard there. And Randy Orton looking to keep the pressure on DDT. Massive DDT on the outside of the ring, and the referee's going to start the count here. Randy Orton looking to inflict some more damage as the referee's at a count of 3. And now Orton sends him into the barricade, or into the ring steps, I'm sorry. This match has been 100 miles an hour since the opening bell, and he went for a knee there, but Batista moved out of the way. Batista moved out the way, and he just sent him into the barricade. Batista sent him into the barricade. Referee's at a count of 6. Batista, what the hell is he looking for here? Wait a minute, Batista just speared Orton through the barricade! Holy shit! Batista just speared Orton through the barricade. Referee's at a count of 8. Randy Orton is out on his feet. Batista just speared him through the barricade. That's got to be it. New Intercontinental Champion cover. Hooks the leg. That's it. No! No, it's not. Randy Orton kicked out again. Randy Orton kicked out again, and Batista, he can't believe it. Batista can't believe it. Sends him into the corner. Gonna inflict some more damage on the Intercontinental Champion. Batista absolutely cannot believe that Randy Orton kicked out after getting speared right through the barricade. Randy Orton staying in the fight. But is it too much? Is Batista too much? And oh my goodness. Batista just picked him up and sent him flying. And now Batista sends him into the corner. Randy Orton in trouble, look for a clothesline, but Randy Orton got the elbow. Right now, here comes Orton teeing off here. Randy Orton teeing off, sends him off the ropes, and Randy Orton with the Ruthless press, and he follows it up with those mounted punches. Straight to Stone Cold Steve Austin, the general manager of Raw. Randy Orton to the middle rope, massive elbow drop. Massive elbow drop to the middle rope. And now Orton to the top rope this time. Now Randy Orton taking a higher risk. And he's calling Batista up to his feet. It didn't work for Mickie James, but it does work for Randy Orton as he hits a massive crossbody from the top rope into the cover. Hooks the leg to retain the title. But no, Batista kicked out again. Batista kicked out again, and now the frustration is starting to grow on Randy Orton. And I think Randy Orton is looking for that avalanche RKO, but Batista saw it coming. He defeated former Revolution member Seth Rollins with that move. So Batista saw that one coming, sends him off the ropes, and a spine buster to Orton into the cover. That's it, to capture the Intercontinental title. No, Batista kicked it. Or Randy Orton kicked out at 2.9. Randy Orton is staying in the fight, and Batista getting more and more pissed off. Now, with those mounted punches to Randy Orton, and again, beating the holy hell out of Orton. And now Batista picks him up on his shoulder like he's a sack of potatoes, hands him up on the top rope. Randy Orton, I don't know how he's doing it, but Randy Orton is still in the fight, but he's got to be out. He's got to be kicking out on pure instinct alone. It looks like he's been knocked out cold here. And if he wasn't before, he might be now. That big running boot to the corner by Batista. Randy Orton looks like he's knocked out here. Does that do it? No, Orton. Orton staying in the fight. Orton staying in the fight, and Batista's pissed. Batista's getting in the face of the referee, and the referee doesn't want any part of it. Getting the hell out the way. Batista is furious that Randy Orton keeps kicking out, but Randy Orton's back up to his feet with an RKO out of nowhere. Another RKO to retain the Intercontinental title, and Batista kicked out. Again, Batista kicked out of the RKO. Randy Orton can't believe it. These fans can't believe it. I can't believe it. But Batista's still in the fight. Randy Orton can't believe it. Batista's kicked out of 2 RKOs. And now for a third time, Randy Orton is sending Batista to the outside of the ring. Batista, I feel like he's knocked out here. Somehow able to kick out of the RKO. But Randy Orton, there's no way he's kicking out of that. There is no way he's kicking out of that. RKO through the announce table. RKO through the announce table. Batista is knocked out cold. Referee, count of 4. Randy Orton just has to send him in the ring, but this is elementary. This match is over. Oh, wait a minute. What the hell is this? Ric Flair. What the hell is he doing out here? Shades of WrestleMania. Ric Flair, what the hell is he doing down here? Ric Flair trying to get involved in this match with the referee. The referee says, "Nuh-uh, we're not going to do it this way." The referee says, "We're not going to do it this way." But wait a minute, Triple H came in through the crowd. The referee has told Ric Flair to get the hell out of here. The referee's distracted by Ric Flair. But Triple H came in through the crowd. Come on, the sledgehammer. He just beat him with that sledgehammer. You have got to be kidding me. The referee didn't see any part of it. Batista's back up to his feet. Come on, no, not like this. You've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Batista bomb. Into the cover. Not like this. Not like this. God damn it. It took all of Evolution. It took a master plan by Triple H. But ladies and gentlemen, we got a new Intercontinental Champion. The Intercontinental Championship is in the hands of an animal. Thanks to Triple H and thanks to Ric Flair. You've got to be kidding me. Batista is the new Intercontinental Champion, but ladies and gentlemen, we're out of time.